Okay, this meeting is being live streamed. Okay, setting up your meeting for YouTube Live. Take a few moments. Redirecting to YouTube. Okay, so anybody who wants to share, and I'm gonna mute this thing because otherwise I'm gonna get an echo that starts 10 or 15 seconds after this happens. I'll hear it back. Okay, I'm gonna put the link to where we are live right here in the chat.
Is it up on our Facebook and all that?
We're not doing Facebook, just doing YouTube right
I just mean the link or the announcement. Sorry.
I did it for the city. So there's two places you file it for the city.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I've done on it. I don't think it went out on social media.
Okay.
So yeah. So we're not anticipating really. I told a couple friends kind of thing. Yeah. Usually I'm not shady.
Oh, okay. Jackie and somebody else are in the Google meeting room. I think they saw a different post. I will share the link with them.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So in the meantime, we're just on gathering, welcome, and dancing. So feel free to do any of those things.
We got more folks joining us. They were in the wrong room. You know what happens? Show up to somebody else's house, or you go into the wrong room.
Yeah.
And you start mingling with people, and then you realize that it's not the party you meant to go to.
Mm-hmm. It's like getting on the wrong train.
Hopefully they'll all make their way back.
Yes, I think so. And that's why we plan for it. We know that things are the end of your crunch. You know, this moment in time right now is the one where at least I'm experiencing it as why did we decide to do anything in December? You know, because if you plan to do anything, then everything that already, you know, I think my goal for next year. Yeah, I think my goal for next year is to not commit to anything in December until November 30th. I don't know if that sounds realistic or not, but aim high.
Hi, Lena.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So just so you know, what is on the screen share is live to YouTube right now, and voices are live to YouTube. Your faces are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our faces are not live to YouTube right now, just our voices in the screen. Is that right? Okay.
That's yeah, and the music that's playing is also. So we were just saying, don't worry about being late because we planned a light agenda for today. We've got a few more minutes to just get settled in. So hi everyone, welcome.
Oh yeah, people's faces are if they're speaking. I'm noticing because I'm looking at it now.
You're looking at the YouTube and the faces come up if they're speaking. Okay.
Yep.
Great. So if you want to turn your camera off, you're welcome to. Otherwise, your face will be on YouTube sometimes. And I'm trying to adjust my settings so I can see everybody's faces on my non-sharing screen. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got quorum. Let's start the meeting. That's how things go, right? Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just gonna do a quick. Oh, let me turn off the music in the background. Let's that on. Okay, so we're listening to Hypnosis by Itoru Udofia off of this album here, so that we wouldn't get shut down for copyright infringement because this is music that I wrote and co-wrote. Yes, and Awan is here. Wonderful.
Awesome. It's a party.
Yay. Hi, Awan.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
We were just we haven't done anything yet, and just so you know,
Oh, good.
we're live on YouTube, but your face is not on it. Just what's on the screen share. And then if you talk and it shows you as the active speaker, then your face will show up on YouTube. So if you don't want that to happen, turn off your video.
Okay. I am hands-free and my eye appointment went over, so I will be in transit for part of our meeting. But I am hands-free, so I'm being safe.
Wonderful. Are you waiting for your eyes to undilate?
No, they didn't dilate me. Thank goodness.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. So let's get moving. So oh, I have a request. Could somebody please, because I'm doing the screen share and the Zoom and stuff, could somebody please support with notes tonight? It doesn't obligate you into being the secretary of the board.
If I wasn't driving, I would do it.
I appreciate you. Okay, I'll try. I'll try. Okay, so notes on what we did during the gathering and welcome and dancing. Explained how the live stream to YouTube works. We went live on YouTube about 5:07 p.m. So we need to be live on YouTube until 6:07 p.m. And if people are here to do public comment, I put some generous time. I will stay on and keep the thing open, but we can close if there is not, a bunch of people, which I don't think there are. I think currently we have one person watching, and I think it's my friend Erica. All right, so let's see who's here. These are in order by alphabetical by last name. So Storm Miguel is here, Jackie's here, Elena's here. Juba said that Juba couldn't make it. I'm here. Hoy is here, first one, yay. Viet's here. Juan is here. TT is here. And Elena has COVID. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. So that was easy. Do we move to call to order? I don't remember the process for that. Or do we just do it?
We haven't been formally calling to order. I don't think we need to probably, but we could if you want to do full Robert's Rules of Orders. Take it away.
I definitely can't referee that too. We're calling the meeting to order at 5:16 p.m. The board members present have been noted. And then we have a guest with us today who is QCC's new Senior Development Manager, Celeste Chan.
Yay! Yay! Nice to see you all. I'm so excited to join. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you so much. The next order of business is officially welcoming and installing our new board members, Elena Gross and Hoi Lung. Am I saying your last name correctly?
Yep. Thanks.
Okay. Wonderful. So we need any discussion on these things that we've already decided we want to do? Okay, not seeing that. So we would love to hear a motion to install these new board members. All right, motion from TT. Is there a second? Second is Jackie. Any deliberation? Okay, let's do the vote. All in favor, please indicate in some way.
Aye.
Voting members of the board. Okay, and I heard. Awan, could you come off mute? I'm sorry, I couldn't see. Oh, I see you in the chat. Wonderful, I see it. Wonderful. Okay, so that was voting board members are 7. Is it 7? Yes. Okay. Unanimous vote. And then that leaves nobody to absent and nobody to abstain. Wonderful. Hooray! Is there a tradition when new board members join? Is there not a hazing process, but a specific welcome song or something?
Well, I think that's part of the intention for us coming together as board and staff sometime in January or February is to develop such traditions, create new
Beautiful.
traditions, and have kind of some official formal ways of bringing people on, celebratory ways.
Delightful. Delightful. Thank you. Well, that brings us ahead of schedule to our celebration and reflection, which before we went live on YouTube, I briefly explained because Storm Miguel pointed out that I had not explained what was happening. Thank you. Is I would love to have us just, take some time and maybe go around and share something that you'd like to celebrate about QCC or about yourself in relationship to QCC from the last year, or longer if you'd like. And I was saying, if you're new like me, feel free to I don't know, adapt as needed. Wonderful. And I would love to just pass it around in no specific format, unless people want more structure. I'm happy to, devise rules or welcome rules from other people.
I'm happy to start.
Wonderful. And then if you would just pass it to someone else when you're done, and we'll follow it that way.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. So I'm Storm Miguel Flores. My pronouns are he, him, his. And so many great things have happened this year. And that is including bringing Anand on as our executive director and bringing 4 new board members on and then new staff as well. And so there's just so much, there's just a lot of like exciting new voices, new spirits here that are part of the organization. And it's just really exciting to kind of see where we're going next. And so I feel very grateful. Feel grateful for everybody who's been holding it down for so many years on the board, and then folks that were on staff. And just really excited to support new folks in helping to take us wherever we're going next. So that's where I'm at. Thank you. And I'll pass it to Viet.
Thanks, Storm Miguel. Also grateful. It's really fantastic seeing QCC grow and also have this familial feel, and witnessing the transition as a lot of the festival was online, and then just sitting on some programming meetings to transition, think about exciting performers for the next season, and also thinking about other boards and how they grow, and also all the love that's you can feel that is palpable within the QCC community. I'm going to pass it to Celeste.
Hi, thank you. I'm Celeste Chan, she, her pronouns. And wow, I'm very grateful to be with the QCC board and staff, and just like, yeah, I am also feeling that excitement and gratitude for the creative community that's here. So yeah, I'm so excited to join you all. I think I will pass it to, all right, I'm looking at who looks right. I'll pass it. Jackie, are you ready? So, can I pass it to you? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Celeste. Welcome everybody again. And Viet and Celeste and Storm Miguel took some really good highlights of the year. I'll double down on it's great to have an executive director and on in place, and just rolling down the road with thinking about where we are and where we're going. So thank you for that, and thank you so much to those who put in all the time in the hiring committee to do the search and to do interviews and be part of that process. Thanks. I will pass it to.
Oh, I think you cut off right at the end when you said who you were.
Oh, sorry. I will pass it to TT. So sorry.
Hi all, I'm TT Takamoto, they, them pronouns. So excited to be here with such a lovely full house. And let's see, highlights. I was thinking fondly about the prom that happened during the National Queer Arts Festival. That was really an amazing in-person experience. And also, I'm excited about queer conversations on culture and the arts. We've got some exciting speakers who are coming in this spring. So I don't know if it's a secret, so I'm not going to say the names, but they're amazing people. So just look out for that. They'll be speaking at California College of the Arts. So I'm very excited. And I am going to pass it on to Hoy.
Hi, everyone. What a great question. I think first of all, I just want to say thank you for welcoming me, and I feel very excited to be part of any sort of transformation and our maintenance. I'm happily here to maintain as well. But I think QCC represents for me a new beginning, and I will, and I think because as a new board member, I do want to carry that spirits with the next year ahead, and hopefully to build lots of new and exciting memory with all of you here. So thank you. And I think I'll baton it to my fellow new board member, Elena.
Thank you, Hoy, and it's great to be on the board with you, with all of you, but with you as well, as I didn't see you at the last one. Yeah, I'm really excited about being part of QCC, and I think one of the things that I'm most excited about is being able to what feels like pass it forward as like a former alumni of the QCCA program, like to be able to be a part of this organization that was so helpful in sort of steering me in the direction that I, as my career started to take shape. So being part of an organization that was important in that way, and be able to do that for other emerging scholars and creatives in the Bay Area. And who is left? I guess I'll pass it to Owan.
Hi, and welcome to our new members. It's very exciting to have you here. What's been great about QCC is, being a part of an organization that has brought so much interesting programming and important and kind of necessary programming to the Bay Area, and that has also kind of fostered connection and community among queer and trans non-binary folks in the arts. One example is the board itself that brings together people who have really made me feel engaged, inspired, and more connected than most of us doing our work off in our own directions. It's wonderful to be able to come together and continue to make things happen for the queer, trans, non-binary communities. My pronouns, by the way, are they, them, or she, her. I pretty much answer to anything as long as you're being respectful. And I'm excited to be a part of this and looking forward to this new year and seeing what comes next. Is there someone who has not had a chance to speak yet? Oh, and welcome, Celeste. Great to see you. Hi.
Great to see you too.
I think I didn't go.
I
know I didn't go. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, things from the last year. Okay, so I am not yet 3 months into this job. I know it's hard to imagine, but that is the truth. December 26th will be my 3-month date. So I have learned so much, and I'm excited about how much more there is to learn. I feel like I've made it through my initial phase of like, what is anything? Where is my elbow? Where is my ass? and have started figuring some things out and starting to get into scheming about, okay, could we do this? Oh, we need this information. Okay, what about this shift? Okay, we need more information, right? Not trying to, make any wild decisions right now, but I'm really excited about being in a place where, coming in as an executive director and to have, such a healthy bank balance, and to not need to worry about fundraising right away as the first priority, and to be able to look at the other parts of the organization. So I want to be, one thing I'm so grateful for and excited about is all of the work that Krista Smith has done for QCC, not just in the past year, but over a long period of time, going back at least to 2015, and as an artist as well, Kentucky Fried Woman. And that Krista's work has been what's put us in great shape, and so I'm really excited to be able to not have that as the worrying thing on my mind. The biggest one. As an ED, you always have to be worrying about it, or thinking about the fundraising aspect, but to be able to come in and be able to say, okay, and the programming, like the festival is happening. We're really excited about 10 in-person events, 5 virtual events. We've there are I get, like TT earlier, I don't want to just tease, but there are certain things that we just, until it's inked, I don't want knock on everything, but we've got some exciting things coming up in the festival. The festival is not going anywhere, so we'll except to infinity and beyond, to quote Buzz Lightyear. I don't know who wrote that script, but credit the writer for that. I could keep going, and you all know that I'm very long-winded given the opportunity. And I would actually love to do another round now and see if we can kind of get deeper on maybe if there was more that you feel like, oh, maybe I'll add this, but I'm trying not to take up too much space. Feel free to do a round of that. Or if there's something that's calling to you about, like, oh, you know what, I didn't think of this before, but I am excited or curious or something about this particular thing. And again, anybody can start.
I'm happy to start. This is not thinking in particular about things that have happened this year necessarily, although maybe a little bit. One of the things that I just appreciate about QCC and appreciate about how I have been held by QCC since I think 2001 was my first year doing a performance with QCC, is just this like permission and invitation for artists to just like show up and try something. I think up until then, I was always a musician. I was always like, this is what I do. I might venture into trying to do some other things, but QCC really just like inspired me to try other things and to try things out of what I thought was my lane, and get to do performance art and reading, and like get to dream about future projects that I've been dreaming about now, probably really directly because QCC and the work I've done with QCC and the work I've seen with QCC. And so I'm just feeling really grateful for just the way that artists have been supported by QCC, about how myself have been supported, but I see that happening a lot with artists. And it just really has been such a wonderful artistic home for me over the years, or an artistic springboard to kind of see what else I can do and what else I want to do. So yeah, that's just my love to QCC, my love to everybody who came before, and my love to everybody who's bringing it forward with this energy and with these possibilities.
Would you pass it to somebody?
Oh, I was thinking I would let people kind of
sure.
In case they were not sure, if they didn't want to add anything else. I don't know.
I'd like to add
All
something.
right, Elena, thank you.
Just thinking about the kind of current political climate that we're in right now, I think it can't be overstated how important and necessary it is to be to be a queer art, an organization that is a champion and advocate of queer artists and queer, trans, non-binary artists and artists of color. Like, I think it's a very necessary space to take up at this moment in time. So yeah, it just feels really great to be a part of that.
I can go. That was a great moving comment, Elena. And I just, in echoing that, I love the long-term sustained support and community building that QCC offers. And I've lived in, in some ways I'm a recipient of that. I moved back to the Bay Area. I was living in Asia 10 years ago, and I felt, I never lived really in San Francisco Bay Area, and it really helped me feel at home. And I feel even more so just knowing the different artists and admiring different performers from afar, but seeing them, seeing also the infrastructural institutional support, and just, now I'm here in Asia again, in Vietnam, but just also seeing that happening through other arts organization. And it really does take a consistent effort, right? Long term, it just doesn't happen overnight, and it's really kind of infrastructural institution building, community building, and it's really wonderful to witness that.
Oh, I should add, if you prefer to type and not talk out loud, feel free. And let me know if, oh, I think everybody should have, there we go. Everybody should have edit access as well.
I see Jackie.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I just keep thinking about the power of collaboration. I know we'll have conversations about collaborations that we already have underway, but I just really think it's so important for the cultural centers in San Francisco to work together, to have a group mind think, and I think we're really poised to continue to do that. I was so pleased to see how many folks Anon already knows at the African American Art and Culture Complex, where we were at the Community Day a couple weekends ago. That you already know people on staff, and they know you know the building. I just think that's really important, even as we're able to do these kind of things via Zoom and connect across the world when people are traveling, and invite members of the public to participate in this way. I'm really looking forward to those kind of meetings that are both social and practical, with all of our artist partners, our curator partners, our arts administrator partners, and our activist partners across the city. I think it's really, it's just beautiful and possible, and I want to max it out. Yeah, and speak up. I won't call out anyone from class, just ended the semester now. I'm not gonna call on anybody for another 6 weeks.
And I know I missed some of the types of folks you mentioned there. You said artists.
Yeah, artists. Sorry, I have a new laptop, and I thought this was solving all my connection problems.
No. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I heard you. I just couldn't type it in. I just couldn't type it in time.
I just said artist partners, curatorial partners, arts administrator partners, and of course activist partners across, and academic partners, because QCC. TT and I have been having QCCA back chat on the chat, and TT has encouraged me to say, in terms of QCCA program, that is Queer Conversations on Culture and the Arts, which is this unique and wonderful program, collaboration between QCC and CCA, where several of us have taught and spoken and currently teach. We have set up a program for April 8th, which is a Thursday night in 2023, where we'll be honored with the presence of the author, speaker, philosopher, Sara Ahmed. She'll be speaking and be in conversation with a person to be named. And we're so excited because we've had the opportunity to hear Sarah speak when we were in, we worked together with UC Berkeley on a QCCA program a couple of years ago before lockdown, and Sarah knows us, Sarah knows TT very well. And Sarah will be speaking at Stanford that week, and reached out to us and said, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. It'd be great to come back to CCA, and we're so honored. And we were like, yes, 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 and yes.
And just a brief correction. So the date is Thursday, April 6th.
Yeah, sorry, did I say, what did I say? 6.
Yeah, it's April 6th.
April 6th.
Yeah, so mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. It's going to be live, viral conditions permitting, on the CCA campus in the main building, which is 1111 8th Street and in the Timken Lecture Hall.
What was the lecture hall? Tipton?
Timken, Timken. And Sara Ahmed has a new book, which she'll be talking about, called The Feminist Killjoy Handbook.
I can go again. So I've got the bird's eye view, right, on the organization right now, and there are things that appear boring on the surface that I'm very excited about. For example, and this is my favorite little math party trick. You might not know about me that I minored in math in college because I wanted to. I just like math, and one of my favorite subjects is combinatorics. So the combinations of how you can put things or people or objects or whatever together. If you have a group of, let's say, 9 people, there's 9 of us here, there's, a certain way you can figure out, if we were all in person and everybody shook hands or hugged or did something COVID safe that was one-on-one, how many pairs do you suppose there would be among 9 people? Just toss out a number. Be wildly wrong. Give me a low guess and a high guess.
Trying to test us.
No. I'm just trying to open a space to have a new conversation that might feel a little uncomfortable. Okay, Jackie.
I'll say a low number of 9.
Great.
Not a high number. Do you need a high number too?
You can give one, or someone else can give a high number?
Someone else can give a high number. I give it up.
Yeah.
I turn it over.
Okay, so Jackie says, we know it's got to be more than 9, right? Okay, so what's a high number? What's a wildly high number that you think is too high? Okay, in 3, 2, 1, shout it out. 1 million. Okay, that's too many. That would be crazy, right? Oh, sorry. That's a stigmatized word. I should be more conscious of that. Stigmatized word. So 1 million would be too many, right? So it turns out that the answer is 36, which is actually kind of more than I might expect. The shortcut to get it is the number of people, 9, times that minus 1, 8, and then divide by 2, because me shaking your hand is the same as you shaking my hand. So we divide it, cut out half of them. So we get 36. And that's just the two-way connections. If we were to count all of the groups of 3, the groups of 4, among just the 9 of us, the group of nobody, like when nobody did the thing, the group of everybody and each of us individually, because we have relationships with ourselves, does anyone want to take a wild guess on how many that might be with 9 people? Want to take a guess? There's no penalty for being wrong. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, shout out a number. 99. Okay, cool. It's 512. there are over 500 subgroups of just 9 people. And if you think about those as potential communication channels, you can see why conversations get weird fast, simply because of the number of people involved. And a perfect example is like, oh, who wasn't here at the last meeting and doesn't know the context for, whatever particular thing is on the agenda. And then someone else is like, we've talked about this every meeting for the last 12 months, and I don't want to go back through it again. But, you have to, right? And some of that is the way that those communication channels flow or have stoppages or breakdowns or aren't connected. So that number doubles every time you add a person. So the way you get to it is 2 to the power of however many people there are. So you go from 512. If we add one more person to this meeting, we're over 1,000. And you can also think about these, obviously we don't have physical lines connecting us right now, right? This is all in an imaginary space. But imagine that we all had, tin cans, right? You had an aluminum can with a string on it for everybody in this room, and everybody had those. It would be really easy for those wires to get crossed. There's a fun way I do this in person, but we're not in person. Maybe one day. So one of the things that applies to in the organizational context is we now have 4 people on staff. This is the biggest QCC has ever been in terms of employees. That's really exciting to me. And it means that we can have a more stable foundation. We can build on our foundation and start building a stable house now, a real structure that can be that springboard and home that Storm Miguel was talking about for so many artists, to come. And some of that is doing very boring things, like making sure that all of the bank accounts are set up correctly and it connects correctly to our bookkeeping system, and that the bookkeeping entries are consistent with the thing that it says, and making sure that all of that stuff is just spick and span. And to be able to go from a place of like, yeah, we're doing more or less the best that we can on any number of these different things, right? Whether it's, a project management mindset, or whether it's thinking about like, what does professional development look like for people who work here? And that's something I'm really proud of that I've started since I started in September, is making sure everybody on our supervision check-in agenda is like we have our box at the top that is professional development goals, and we always want to see things happening in there. So being able to get to that place is like, quote unquote, boring HR stuff that I love because I'm a nerd. So I'll say that. If anyone wants to take notes on what I said, that'd be great. I'll just keep going with the next person. And just a time check, it's 5:47. Storm Miguel, could you check, are there any comments in the chat? Is anybody burning to ask questions? Looking clear over there.
No comments.
No comments. All right. 5:47, 6:07 p.m. We can adjourn this meeting, but not until then.
We really have to do public meeting for an hour. I thought it was like if the public comes. And is your friend Erica still here?
I think I'm the one. I think I'm the one watching.
Oh, you're the only one. Well, we can do full transparency, and I can look it up, and we can all look at it together and see what the letter of the law says. Or we can keep talking about things we like about QCC, or we could switch the topic and do something light. What are folks doing maybe it's not light. What are folks doing for the holidays?
I just see there's quite a few things on your ED report that I know all of us are looking at with one eyeball, trying to review and see anything else. And I know we have Celeste here as a guest of the board. And then I know some people need to jump off
Yes.
before 7 o'clock. So
Yeah, well, let me double check.
Yeah, could we kind of bend this a little bit? I hope no one will come with handcuffs and take us away.
Okay, is that a motion from the board chair to adjourn early?
Oh, we're doing the research. You're looking very closely.
Okay.
See, is there a way we
Okay.
can just maybe- I don't know.
Sunshine nonprofits. Okay, you can see I've looked this up before. Okay. Some frequently asked questions. Citizen ordinance, public meeting. Okay, can the city? No. That's not what I want. Can I audio tape? Can the city charge? Okay, those are just the same two going back and forth. What? Oh, public. This is about the notices. Separate from the public oh, okay. I believe I've done this particular little loop before. Wait a minute, this can't be right. Okay, California, San Francisco. I thought it was gonna, that link looked like it was gonna go straight to the code. This is not what I was looking at before when I thought I found the answer. When I was a library student at the University of Michigan, I worked at the graduate library reference desk. Usually they're like 9 p.m. to midnight shifts, which could be really fun sometimes. And one of the things that I would do would literally be screen sharing while I'm looking for something and just sitting with that pressure of like, oh my gosh, I have to find the thing for the person. But we looked at this one, right? The second one. And that's the one that bounces to the other side. Oh, no, here it is. Public access. Public access to meetings. Okay, each should have at least 2 designated public meetings per year, as typically addressed. Nomination of officers. Close meetings. The board of directors may choose to close a portion of the designated meeting. Okay. Okay. Dismissal.
There's 30 minutes of public comment at each designated public meeting.
Oh, 30. Great. Great. Let's go to closed session. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Teamwork. Much appreciated. All right. At this point, I'm going to stop the live stream. We will all see me clicking the button. Oh, no, it's from the Zoom controls. Sorry.